Greetings and salutations. Quiz here again to bring you another episode of But Will It Snipe? And today we're going to be looking at the SVA-545. We're still working our way through the assault rifles. And I just had a thought, and this is something that I literally just had, right? I've been doing this recording session in one day, which is why, same shirt. Fun part about YouTube, you can always put up a video and have it scheduled to launch another day, but you can record all in one day. So, yeah, you'll probably end up seeing the same shirt quite a bit. Not to worry. If you see the same shirt, it's all on the same day for the recording. But what I just realized is this. I've decided that in these But Will It Snipes, I'm going to leave the videos unedited. The runtime, it will be the runtime. Because I want people to see both the failure and the success. Now, there are going to be moments, obviously, in the game when there'll be just dead air. That happens. This is the loadout I'm running. The, VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, the STV Precision Barrel, high grain rounds, A-OK, because it is A-OK for sniping, RQ9 Recon, and the Smooth Fire Sniper Stock. It says sniper in it. Let's see exactly what it can do. And again, if you saw the BP-50 episode, you noticed that I think the longest shot I got was probably 70 meters. So that one took more than one shot at 70 meters. That doesn't count really as a sniper. So again, BP-50 will not snipe. BP-27 got a 101 meter on invasion, and it was a one-shot kill. That will snipe. So we're going to see if this one will. And like I said, I take these into hardcore, quick play, only team deathmatch. Made that very clear on the first episode. And for those of you that don't know my criteria for sniping, it has to be an exceptionally long shot. Shipment is going to be a terrible... it's going to be a terrible go of things for sniping. Just going to say that right now. But the three criteria for sniping: it has to be a one-shot kill. It has to be on a target that is generally unaware that you're shooting at them. And it has to be exceptionally long for the weapon you're using. For the long shot. And don't worry, me playing on shipment is going to be me being dead most of the time. Oh yeah, that was death. That was a proximity mine and a Semtex. That's giga dead. Wow, there's 3 of them there. Interesting. Okay, I lost. No big deal. Join late. We're good. Also, I'm going to take this into the gun range to see... and I'll probably do that at the end of the episode. I'm going to take it in the gun range to see what the lethality is in Warzone at range. 3-plate Warzone, of course. I don't ever take the guns into Warzone because 9 times out of 10, I'll end up dead before I even get the loadout. That's true. I think the highest place I took in solo Warzones was like 68th. I was one off from nice. But... it is what it is. I'm not good at Warzone. I'm not going to profess that I'm good at Warzone. I'm just going to sit here and say, multiplayer is where I'm at. I like Afghan. Tanked is also acceptable because you can get long shots on it in specific areas. But I am impartial to Afghan. Much more flexibility for long shots. And a lot of people like to, not so much camp, but they like to sit in one position. Now, when I snipe, I don't like to sit in one position. I like to move around. Because it keeps people on their toes. And they think, wow, the sniper's going to be right over there. but not. In fact, I'm over here, looking back over to where I was. I do that from time to time. Now, if you really want a special treat, wait till we get to the But Will It Snipe pistol time. I don't use scopes. I use iron sights when sniping with pistols. And when you use iron sights when sniping with pistols, it gets to be a little bit tougher. Because you really have to worry, is it gonna hit the target? See, this gun fires 2 rounds with every pull of the trigger. Does it make it a one-shot kill? Yeah, because it's one pull of the trigger. It's semi-automatic.
With you till the end.
I should have fired instead of tried to go crouch. I tried to crouch to... Okay, can't climb the hill either, apparently. I tried to crouch to get underneath their rate of fire, but I should have just fired.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Got him. I pulled the trigger. I pulled that trigger. Okay. They see where you are. You're not there now. Oh, now you are back up there. Come on, peek the ridge. You know you want to... Ooh, spicy. I mean, I got him. Got him while he was jumping. Take credit for that. .40 meters is not long shot enough. There's 3 people there. 40 meters isn't long shot enough for me, so we'll see if I can get one longer. I'm hoping to get like a crossed Afghan shot, but we'll see how it plays out. It might not play out the way I want it to, and that's fine. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's life. Sometimes you got, sometimes you got them, sometimes you got. Essentially. I saw his foot move, but I didn't pull the trigger. I sat there and I looked at it and it's like, well, that's a foot. And then I just kind of sat there and looked at it. I shouldn't have.
Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
Now, the reason I run the things I run for like Assassin's Vest, Cold Blood, is so that it reduces the amount of times I can actually be killed by, AI things, AI control things like mosquito drones. I can't be spotted on UAVs. Stuff to just make my life easier. Can't be, you can't hear me when I run around with my silent shoes. You can't hear my footsteps. It just makes life easier as a sniper. Kind of like that. We'll put that there for now. Got him. Yeah, got. Ooh, by a tier. I have a tier loadout for exactly sniping, so I know what it's like, man. I'd love to know how he knew I was right there. They can't see me on UAV. Unless he saw me actively jump, he wouldn't have seen me. 54 meter, not bad. Is what it is. We're all coming around the corner. $59.
Mission time is half over. Maintain the lead. Friendly UAV online.
There's a decent long shot.
AO. Hostile mosquito is online.
45, not bad. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things I prefer a lot longer shots, but you know, sometimes an Afghan doesn't give you what you want. Sometimes certain maps don't give you, what you're looking for in terms of long shots and whatnot. So, play a few games, test it out, see what happens. Fun. I pulled the trigger. No shot. No shot. Get in there. Look right there. Missed. Very unlike me. Well, yes and no. From that range, it's very unlike me to miss a shot. But for, like, 30 meters to, say, 15 meters in that close range, I generally miss more targets than I hit at that range. Saved your life. But you couldn't save my life. He's gonna get shot too. Told you.
Friendly UAV on station.
Done. I knew it. I knew I saw him over there.
On your six. Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
I know they want to peek that ridge. I just know it. Okay, 83, but it took 2 shots. So, the lethality range is about in the 70 meter range. Not bad. I mean, 80 meters is quite a long shot for an assault rifle to make. And it took 2 shots and, get a hit marker on the first.
They're overwhelmed. Keep it this way. Friendly remote turret active.
On your seat.
I saw him move. I saw you. Don't think I didn't. You're gonna peek that corner, aren't you?
Final minute.
Kneecapped him.
The mission is complete. Good work.
So we know that the long distance for this is about 70 meters. 72. I love pistol fast draw for that reason. Your character doesn't have to put the gun all the way back. You get the pistol fast draw, and it's just pull your gun off to the side. You got your pistol right there. It's really effective at getting the drop on people, especially when you are getting low on ammunition and you have to swap to another weapon to try to finish the job. Pistol fast draw makes it that much better. Yeah. It's incredible. I think there's 2 or 3 guns that have pistol fast draw. I think they're all old guns, too. We're going with Rust. Because, again, Rust, you can get a couple of long shots here. And as we saw, it's about 75 meters as the top end for the SV-545. Not bad for an assault rifle. I would say yes, it does. It can snipe. But we're gonna take a look at it in here. We're gonna see if we can confirm that it can snipe in here, assuming the game doesn't go completely lopsided. So there is that possibility. It could possibly go lopsided, and if it does, well, we'll see. We'll have to figure that one out. So far, this is looking like, yes, it will snipe. And yes, that's kind of like a play on Forged in Fire, for it will kill. The lethal range, I think if you were to go with a higher lethality bullet and go with, say, like you could change this up any way you want to. You could go with a smaller magazine and a higher lethality bullet, or you could go with a no stock option to get faster aim down sight. You could go with a iron sights if you wanted a even faster aim down sight. It's all up to the player. It's player choice. I personally like hard scoping, like a lot. So 55 meters, like I was saying, it's got about 75. Ow. It's got about 75 meters as the absolute top end range for the long shot before the damage fall off hits. So if the damage starts to fall off after, say, 60 plus meters, that's to be expected. So tell me that didn't hit him. Pretty sure it did. Can I not spawn next to somebody? Or is that, like, revolting? Ah.
Hostile mosquito is online.
Yeah.
Hostile guardian.
I almost want to make the...
Taking the lead.
Never mind. As I say, I almost wanted to make the joke, son of a breacher man. Like the old Sinbad song, son of a preacher man, but like, with breacher drones. I fired. That's the one thing that... Okay. I'll take it. That's the one thing that I never will understand is how, like, I can hear the shot go off on my end, and yet it won't register the shot leaving my gun. I know there's hit reg and netcode, and I know those were common issues in Call of Duties. I know that a lot. But at the same time, it's like, they should kind of work on that.
We have taken the lead.
And I don't see how they could really work on it, aside from, like, setting aside like a server specifically to handle hit reg, I don't see where it would be effective, to be honest with you.
Mosquito standing by. Care package standing by.
No one else is there, huh? I'll take it. Are you serious? My juggernaut's up there.
Hostile mosquito is online.
Look at that.
Mission time is half complete. Secure the victory.
Well, I just got completely screwed out of a juggernaut. Which, by the way, juggernaut in hardcore is absolutely
Remote turret active.
busted, just so you know. Yawn.
Hostiles deploy the mosquito. Enemy UAV active. You're gaining ground. Do not give it back.
Hostiles!
We have secured the field. Mission accomplished.
Sneaky Pete. Found him, shot him right in the back of the kneecap. Yeah, I kept hearing it, and I'm like, oh wait, he's right there. And I just love how I have the battle tank. Everyone disliked that. Of course they did. So yeah, it seems that the SV-545 will indeed snipe. As I said, I'm going to go to the firing range, and I'm going to test it on a 3-plate dummy. This is to check Warzone viable lethality. If Warzone viable lethality exists, then it lends more credence to the weapon being applicable in more than one game style. But again, like I said, this is just to show how lethal it is in hardcore, which is basically without anything at all. You have no sort of defense mechanisms whatsoever. It shows the lethality range of these guns. It's fairly accurate. I'm going to try that one more time. We have 30 rounds. Fairly accurate. Not very lethal at that range. And again, that's Warzone. But yeah, it will snipe in hardcore. It does have the lethality range to do 70-meter long shots. and still have full lethality. And that's the whole point of this series, is to show how much lethality these weapons have at those respective ranges. Because a lot of people think that, oh, these weapons don't hit that hard, or they shouldn't hit that hard, and they kind of sit there and think that there's some chicanery going on, or some cheating, or even, people hacking and doing whatnot, or they're not that accurate at that range, and they think that people are, aim hacking. That's not necessarily the case. This is to bring to light that the lethality of weapons is a lot higher than a lot of people think. But next episode is going to be the MTZ-556. I think I used this one not too long ago, and it's got a decent lethality, if I recall correctly. We're gonna go again with the high grain rounds and the getting the bullet velocity, because the recoil control, like I said, does not matter. And a lot of things don't matter when it comes to it, and it's just because you're going to be doing this, semi-automatic. Now, if you want to use full auto, that's fine. You can tamp down the recoil control and use it that way. If you wanted it to be more, just more lethal, you can set it up for that too. Always tac stance that I never do. Oh yeah, I just got this one to Gold Enigma earlier today. I was grinding out EXP and zombies. But this time I'm gonna put the... I was grinding out the event EXP and zombies. It's the greatest place to do it, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna put the game over on there. I mean, I could put Ghoulie on it, because that one was a really hard camo to get. Or I could just put... Where did it go? Is it gone? Did they remove the Cherry Blossom one? No, it's right there. Okay. Glowing Blossoms. I didn't know. Thought they removed it. But that's going to be the gun next up on But Will It Snipe. And I'm going to change the lethal to a throwing knife. No, I won't. Also, I want to point this out. I don't have Molotovs anywhere on here. I'm not sure if it's a bug or if they removed it for multiplayer. Because people were throwing Molotovs in hardpoint, and it was just unplayable in hardcore, and it was unplayable in standard. You just couldn't, because it was just bathed in flames. So I don't know if it's a bug and the Molotovs are missing, or if they removed it and they never told anybody. But if anybody knows, that would be helpful. But let's go with a thermobaric, I guess. But yep, next up is going to be the MTZ 556. And let me know if you want me to do the Modern Warfare 2 guns as well. I would love to, because there are some that just got aftermarket parts. One of them that just got the aftermarket part was the M4. And yes, that becomes very, very good with the aftermarket part. But I'm going to leave that here. And I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, has a fantastic tomorrow. And I will try to get to reading comments, and I will try to get to responding to comments, and really take a look at things like that. And I want some feedback. Now, I'm not going to do just Call of Duty stuff on the channel. I'm going to try to do other things as well. I'm going to try to do things like Hearthstone, Helldivers, just other stuff altogether. I want to do like a really variety thing. Now, can I somehow make that into something entertaining? I don't know. I'm going to let the viewer metrics decide on that, which is really like the hard part in YouTube, is letting the viewer metrics decide. But nevertheless, Everybody have a wonderful evening and a fantastic tomorrow. And as always, have a good one.